Hi, welcome back to Your Money Mindset, guiding you to lasting financial freedom and peace of mind. I'm your host, John McGregor. This is part 2 of our 2-part series on the keys to your financial peace. You know, when we closed our previous video, I challenged you to think about what was deeply meaningful to you in your life. How'd it go? Any new insight? Let me start with a brief story to kind of set the stage. John Krepsek, he's a substance abuse counselor for the National Football League in the United States. He works with professional American football players who are basically struggling with addiction. And he was once asked, what's the major factor that stands in the way of people's recovery? And he answered immediately. He said it was a lack of purpose and meaning in people's lives. He went on to say that the challenge of recovery is defined in meaning. And that is exactly why I discuss this a lot in my book, in my blogs, in my videos, and on interviews. Without a well-defined meaning, without a clear perspective on your purpose, you're far more likely to use money as a means to fill a void and manage your dissatisfaction in your life. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's just true for so many people. People reward themselves with stuff they buy, but they can never achieve long-term joy or happiness. They're basically stuck living on Pain Island, all for a quick fix, simply to manage their dissatisfaction in their life, jumping from one reward to the next. They're rudderless, floating on this sea of life with no direction. And many of us think that material possessions will bring us happiness and pleasure, but they don't. They only mask an emptiness, a hole inside that we desperately want to fill. You know, in my travels and speaking at these large events, I'm often bombarded with these questions from people, what should they be doing to become rich and wealthy and successful? And they'll say to me, hey, John, what do you think of Bitcoin? What do you think of multi-level marketing? What do you think about real estate? Or John, what do you think about day trading? And so many of these people, sadly, I meet are just so desperate to achieve financial freedom, yet they're going about it all the wrong way. They're looking for that quick fix that they can implement immediately, thinking that this is going to be their escape and their way out of the rat race. So they go off and they spend thousands of dollars on these training programs, only to later realize that they have no interest in them or desire to pursue this shiny new money-making opportunity they thought was the key to their financial freedom. Now they're even more frustrated, down on themselves, even depressed and feeling even more hopeless than they did before they spent all that money, all that hard-earned money on these programs, much of which on a credit card. Then 6 or 12 months later, they're back at the same event asking the same questions. Should I get into day trading, or should I get into multi-level marketing? Should I buy Bitcoin or whatever it is that's hot at the moment? They gravitate towards something that, again, they think it's just going to be this quick fix to their financial problems, and they aren't. And let me be absolutely clear here. These programs I mentioned can be wonderful tools for people to achieve the dreams they've always had. But I will say, until your mindset is in the right place and until you've taken the time to really understand who you are in this world, your vision, your mission, and what's deeply meaningful to you at the core of who you are in this world, I will say for 9 out of 10 or even 10 out of 10 of people, those programs will never work for you. And you'll never achieve lasting financial freedom and peace of mind. Why? In order for those programs to work for you, you're going to have to dig deep within yourself first and drill down intrinsically before any intrinsic opportunity will work for you. That's what Thrive Path is all about. And when you understand what's deeply meaningful to you at your core, and you now understand what your purpose is, your well-being and your life satisfaction are absolutely enhanced. You'll be more focused. You'll be able to make better financial decisions. And you're going to avoid having your personal meaning connected to things you buy, those materialistic things, the house you live in or the car you drive. And now you'll be in a position to make the right financial decisions when the right opportunities come along. Because they'll be tied to who you are. And I will say it's truly liberating when you get there. If you don't have a clear understanding of what's deeply meaningful to you, you will generally make decisions based on your mood, your external pressures, or your circumstances, rather than on a foundation for a successful and meaningful life. Knowing your meaning changes everything, and it makes you laser focused on your mission. And when faced with decisions in your life, your immediate question, once you understand and embrace your purpose or your meaning, will be, does this take me closer to or push me further away from what's meaningful to me? And when you train yourself to think this way, it's a game changer. So hopefully by now, you've taken some time and really thought hard about what's deeply meaningful to you at your core. And now I want you to go back and visualize your life. I want you to think about where you spend your time, who you spend your time with, what you spend your money on, what you do for a living, what you do on the weekends, how you start your day, how you go through your day, or how you end your day. What do you watch on television? What do you read, listen to, or how much time do you spend on social media? And how are you presenting yourself on social media to the world? And I want you to think about all those things I just mentioned. And now ask yourself that question. Do those things I just mentioned take you closer to or push you further away from what's meaningful to you? And I would write that question down and carry it with you as you go about your day and constantly refer to it. That question, if followed, can be the difference between guiding you to making destructive decisions or healthy decisions for you and your future. Well, I hope that helped, and I hope that made you think. I hope you made it think a little bit, and I hope you do actively think about that question and how it pertains to your life. So with that, do me a favor and smack that bell below and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment. It's always great hearing from you. Again, ton of free resources on my website that you could be utilizing immediately to begin your journey to financial freedom and peace of mind. With that, we'll see you next time. I wish you all the best. Upward and onward. Take care.